There, that's it. I'm recording this time. I think I just streamed. Well, no matter what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at a wheat with a wood grain to it, some woodiness. They call them woodies. It's a result of an improper alloy mixture, and I thought I'd go through the steps on how these things come into existence, right? And we'll have a better understanding of how that works. So I'm starting here in the blue, because I got the clay out again. The blue represents the big copper ingot. Now this is kind of small. Where is it? I got the camera upside down. It's kind of small in comparison. Normally this thing's going to be like, a ton and a half or some darn thing. But this is the way it starts out, and they roll it back and forth, and you get a little imperfection in the metal. And for that, I screwed it up. I've got this bit. I rolled it out already. It's here on this. Where's my center here? There you go. I rolled it out. This is my rolling pin, and it's stuck to the. Maybe I can do it this way. It's stuck. There. There we go. So now I've got an imperfection. I've got an improper alloy mix in the ingot. What happens is I roll this back and forth, and I can take away a lot of this. There we go, because I'm not going to need. I can just I'll put that on some bread and make a sandwich or something. Okay, there we go. Now I got the camera at a different location, so I had to mark my studio here. As long as I keep everything within there, I should be good. Okay, they take the ingot and they're going to roll it back and forth until they get down to the right thickness that they want to stamp out the pennies. Okay, let's see if we can do this, and this is going to be a challenge. It'll go back and forth, and that imperfection is going to stretch out. All right, every time with each roll, it gets longer and thinner. There we go, and it just keeps getting longer and thinner. What was, an eighth of an inch before is really getting some length to it. Whoops, I suck at clay. Well, okay, I think we got the idea. Yeah, this rolling pin isn't really working. It's sticking. It's sticking. How am I going to do this? I got another rolling pin. There we go. So the way they roll this out, and that imperfection gets longer and thinner every time, is what gives it its direction. So if I take a coin, right, I'll punch out a planchet. That didn't work for nothing. Well, it's okay. There it is. I'm going to have that color in a direction, as you can see here, going on the screen east-west. Here we go. That's the direction it's going. And this is what I see. I've got a certain amount of coverage on the coin. In this case, about a third. It's not necessarily on both sides. I only had it on one side when I started. So this side of the, if I were to punch another one, it would not have it on both sides. There we go. Oh, this is a good time to show you what a clip planchet is. Let me take out that thing. All right. They punch these things out of the this big sheet. And sometimes it'll buckle or get caught up, right? And it doesn't punch in the right spot. It punches over a place that's already been punched. And you get a clip on your planchet. Oh, that's so handy. Well, anyway, I digress. I'm trying to talk about the woodies. So I can take this up and let's put that into the scope. Let's see, home. There we go. So I can put this side by side with that other piece. There you go. You can see a clear demarcation, right, where the improper alloy mix is not blended in. It's not mixed, right, just resting on top in this particular case, but it's become part of the metal and stretched out in a direction. And if I can tilt that, I wonder if we can get the color, because it's showing up real bright over here. Wow, I think we can see enough. And that's exactly what's going on over here in this 1929, where you see light and dark. Real simple ideas behind how these things come into being. It just gets stretched and stretched, because they take a 6-foot bar and stretch it into hundreds of feet, probably, I don't know, 300 feet, and just wafer thin, as thin as the planchet. And that's how that works. Okay, a lamination, it's the same idea. Let me come back over to here. Okay, and I gotta reform my bar. That's okay. Clean up the desk at the same time. I'm gonna reform my bar. Here's. I'll just reform this one. Now, where's my rolling pin? All right. That's really not working, huh? Okay. And I got my imperfection, which is going to be this piece right here. Kind of stick it in, right? But it doesn't quite stick. You saw how the other one, it blended right in, became part of it. If I can make it work, gets stretched funny or something, or doesn't hold on, yeah, this is perfect. I can take a piece of that and put that under the scope. And what's happening there is that that blemish, that inconsistency, isn't holding on to the metal. Right? You see how it looks like almost like a bad toenail where it's picking up on one side. That is a lamination. Same idea as the woody. A lot of times you have them together. Now, with these laminations, what can also happen is they can completely separate. Right? So you have a lamination peel. Now you have on your finished coin, that piece is missing. It's missing some depth. Wow, this is like surgery. It's just Play-Doh. It's not those videos where the guy's, squeezing zits or something, or blackheads. There you go. Let me get that piece out of there. Nope, I'm no good at this. Okay, we'll just shove it we'll just press it in so it doesn't go anywhere. There you go. And what you have is missing metal. Right, so you stamp your coin and it's missing some metal. It'll still take the detail of the die, but a lot of times there'll be a gap, a void, because although it didn't fill the die, the gap is on the plancha. It's an error coin. And that's what's going on with your lamination. So you got woodies over here, right? They have a direction. Laminations have a direction, right? A lot of times you have color difference on your woodies. A lot of times you'll have that on your laminations. Okay, on the example here, you have direction, you have coarseness, right? You've got difference in color, contrast. These are really nice coins. They're collectible. Hold on to them. You see them, snatch them up. There aren't that many of them. They're all unique. And I hope we learned something today about how these are made. Okay, guys, thanks a lot.